actual way the Khechari Mudra is done. When this is done, Adhyatmic point of view I'm talking, I'm not talking medically. There is a hole in a small minute opening at the roof of the mouth. Anatomically you search it, you do not get it. But spiritually if you search it, yes, there is an opening. This opening has a straight and direct connection to the center of the brain. Am I clear with you? So when they do this Khechari Mudra and they stick to the tip of their tongue to the back of their throat, this hole is closed off, and once the yogi raises the Kundalini, a special kind of endorphin and hormone gets released in the brain, in the center of the brain, and these yogis try to block this hole with the tip of their tongue so that this hormone does not descend into the body and it stays there in the brain itself. Now, when there is no physical opening, how can the hormone get drained? They do not talk about the physical displacement of the hormone, they talk about the energy displacement of the hormone. Now, the energy, they actually, as it gets down, the drowsiness settles and you become normal awake. In Khechari Mudra, when you do these sadhanas, what happens is the drowsiness contains and you continue to exist in a state of the drowsiness. And in that state of drowsiness, if you observe yourself, there will be a very high frequency that continues to flow into your whole system. In that state of drowsiness, if at all you can attain a state of static or stillness, you have attained perfection. What yogis do is, I am feeling drowsy after these meditations, and then they slowly close their eyes and then go into sleep. First half an hour of their sleep, they will actually meditate. After the second half an hour, after the first half an hour, in the second half an hour, or 1 hour, 2 hours, they sleep generally. This first half an hour, they actually meditate and they don't sleep. But then this meditation slowly becomes into sleep. And then slowly mind starts drifting into dreaming state. Once this dreaming state is attained, this meditation actually converts, the sublimation happens with this energy, and you again get all the energy drowned into the body. Am I clear with you? So, you feel drowsy. Unfortunately, it is the gift of divine. And you feel it fortunate to sleep. I think you understood my intention. I actually spelled it opposite. Fortunately, it is the gift of divine, and unfortunately, you use it for sleep. भगवान आके लड्डू दिया तो तूने उसको पत्थर समझ के फेंक दिया. ऐसा हो जाता है कि नहीं हो जाता है? ये प्रॉब्लम हमारे लाइफ में होती है. सो डू नॉट, if you sleep there is no harm, but then enjoy the drowsiness, and in the state of drowsiness experience that stillness of yourself, and then grow in that. Do not sleep. Siddha Sanmarga uses 3 stringent or 3 powerful methods of initiation. One is the Pranapata, one is the Shaktipata, and one is the Shivapata. Continuously, whether I say it or not say it, I do it. There are a lot of people, when I started program and when I started conducting Adhyatmika Shivir Sadhanas, we slowly started internet website, and then we started publishing in the website that in the program we'll teach this and this, this and this, this and this. And then people used to come back, Guruji, you did not discuss this point. Then I say, it is like this. The basis of Adhyatmikata is trust in Guru. And the basis of Adhyatmikata is realizing that the Guru is the ultimate universal potential that dawns before you as a human being, that comes before you as a human being, and what is promised would be done. But then people do not have that trust. People do not have that basics, so we do not bother about telling them also. What happens is, it's like window shopping. When a sadhak comes to Guruji, if he doesn't like what Guruji is talking, he shuts off. The problem that I address is, it's not about whether you like it or not. The Guru is telling, the Guru, the infinite self sitting before you is talking. You like it, you don't like it, you better listen it. No, that is the test. Your mother gives you a chocolate, you say, I love you, mother. Your mother asks you to do some small job and you say, I'm shut off. Then how will your mother react with you next to the next chocolate? You understand? Don't try to use the mother, be useful to the mother. Don't try to use the Guru, be useful to the Guru. That is the choice. That is the secret of Adhyatmika sadhana. Tripura Sundari sadhana, Ma Durgeshwari sadhana, Katyayani sadhana, Dhumavati sadhana, Chinnamasta sadhana, any other Mata sadhana that you do, you only try to learn. Why people do not get successful in Adhyatmikata is also because of this reason. Because there are so many sadhanas in Adhyatmikata, and every sadhak approaches a sadhana to use the sadhana, not to be useful to the sadhana. Remember, when the mind uses the sadhana, you will go into destruction. When the mind submits to the sadhana and becomes useful to the sadhana, the awakening of inner self happens and you will be divine. But what happens is, all sadhaks run towards using the sadhana, not being useful to the sadhana. The ultimate goal of sadhana is awakening the self, not trying to get what you want. But then that really do not happen. So what am I trying to actually tell you is, once you get into this divine state, things naturally happen. In our website we actually publish all those things that I actually have mentioned have been initiated to you 100%. But then the Guru actually wants to teach you the basic point very strongly, because in the negation of understanding of that basic point, however I teach, whatever I teach, whatever you learn, it will all go into the trash and it will evaporate from your system. It will not be useful into your system. True Adhyatmikata is not like you going to a Guru, learning a technique and then doing it mindlessly. It is not about technique. More you depend, if you feel that you have got something, you have got a technique, you liked it, when you meditated using that technique, you got a state of stillness. Now, you repeat the technique to get the static stillness. What happens? You keep getting the stillness, but unfortunately dependency on the technique starts developing, and one day you cannot get to that static stillness without the technique. So your mind still is trapped in a very small particle. The truth is, how you free your mind is more important. It's not about doing the technique. Once you actually really do the technique, now the point again I'll come to you. First I said, when you do the technique, you get attached to the technique. Second point, if you really do the technique, in submission to the technique, you will actually understand the inner crux of that technique, and you will lose the technique and be with the center. Now there is a difference between repeating the technique and doing the technique. Am I clear with you? No. I'm clear with you? Sen. So it's not about me trying to give you everything in verbal language. I have taught you this, I have taught you this, it actually takes you nowhere. Because, yes, I've mentioned yesterday, if I give you 45 mantras, you actually are confusing yourself and you have lost yourself. And moreover, once I give you 45 mantras, the big thing that will happen to you is, this mantra is powerful, then that mantra is powerful, then this mantra happens. And once you start classifying mantras, you are insulting the primordial principle that God exists in all mantras.